koso e Barcelona so ye no. A situation of Laporta was say again the presidency versus what the coach wants. Last season, the best scoring team in Europe is Barcelona, 174 goals. But it is quite obvious to say we are Barcelona opinion, you have to look into the future. Lewandowski will need 37 years. Ogoba, he's the highest paid player with team minimum. Untimin twaso entuetu anekasa a brand influence ewo form. So the conversation that Barcelona would have to sign a center forward next season, I was through, baby. Everyone knows this. Watch out to the Micho Yase. Nemo, who to sign? And it's very important. Nyame adomwa enche Barcelona supporters ne beto aba. So mo beto aba. E was Laporta ma supporters ni bibi for them to vote. Nyama ne yamienu. The average supporter there, normally they don't care about star players, but socials nkomo ye different. But what let me show you say, your socials and your normal supporters, socials ni registered members no one. And conversation ye different. Let me give you one example. President Lorenzo Sanz, Real Madrid president sana oya ansana Florentino Perez Ebano. 3 years. Madrid the Champions League, you know. Oche Bako against Juventus or send 1-0. Juventus team now they say Juventus, you know. 1998. The year 2000. Real Madrid won the Champions League, beating Bayern Munich with Del Bosque. Oche Valencia with Del Bosque. 3 seasons in Madrid the Champions League in you. Into you baby sounds a day. And the socials who decided say on back to about the Ama Florentino Perez. Come on, I know what I say. Because if it is about achievement, say a achievement on one year the comodia, say a president 3 seasons, what a Champions League in Yenua. Why would you want to vote for someone who promises you star players? Just that. But you go to Abano. Florentino Perez won ahead of the president that had given them 2 Champions League in 3 seasons. Florentino Perez, from 2000 will take it over till 2006. The next president ever take it over. No, okay, one Champions League who anamebo. But me no kasa. Kwabontina kobi some Real Madrid fans. On the catch say Florentino Perez within that period was a better president than Lorenzo Sanz. Because the natural notion around town is that within that period, Real Madrid had the successful period. But the reality was that, yes, they bought stars. But in terms of achievement, Lorenzo Sanz was doing well. Into me, can you see say, socials are different. And not in a Laporta. And Comona quite to say, on what per star play be the Ababajana number 9. Because I have a ye beto aba wo so ye bibi no ode kire se wei ena me pesa mo hwa so eto aba de mame inteme na okasa sesi the next Lewandowski Barcelona airpen Barca din komo for Haaland Barca din komo efa Julian Alvarez ho 2 place main targets ni nie but enye sa Hansi Flick onya Haaland no mpe o enye sa Hansi Flick onya Julian Alvarez on mpe o. Nemo, the reality is that Hansi Flick is also thinking about the team. Say, Sanyamia Duma Bassa, the night greening in Echo, these are 2 places, Nechi, Nan and Sanka. At the end of it, I don't know the best suffer. In Tisadia, why don't we look at the cheaper option and the most option easy to get? Say, Guirassy. In Tinkomono, because for Laporta, he's looking at someone. Or the neighbor supporters, Libenya, to us, okay, where your star play be with team anymore. But for the coach, he's also thinking about the team. It's 2 places, he found the engineer. Now, let's have a conversation about the team. Ken, many way they won't come several times to say The last time I catch us me top 3 strikers we are CCC, you know. Julian Alvarez a part of it. Now, they be me can say, unfortunate the decision the boy took. So Uncle Atletico Madrid, you know, and no any problem. Because if he had waited, Sanka or Chenya, and or train Basa, and can you be ni Alexander Isak, Mona Mubobo, you say they be a make us natural, or a complete striker. Or your strikers now, or to say Luis Suarez, the Enibia, be behavior, yeah, on the free kick share, the left beshe, the right beshe, or pray for the ball, or betting your ball left wing, betting your ball right wing, betting your ball center, number 9, betting your ball number 10. At Manchester City, previous seasons, or ball number 8, you know, Saboino. Be behavior, yeah. Now you see, he just wanted to go back to Spain. Now the last time I told you, say, Argentina for no. My approach today is Spain. Now I don't fault them. Okay, I to say Ghana. Yet it's a forno. Now I approach today is UK because UK for the deal so. It's a forno. Me what? Argentina. On my idea Argentina so I is Spain for. And until I know can say, Oko Argentina they speak Spanish. And see most of the Argentina boys now. Baby, I'm very comfortable. Lifestyle, language, omebushia sets up very well. Spain, Cromua. Into Argentina and Spain, 1 and 2. So they always want, in fact, they feel comfortable there. They speak Spanish, and also can Spanish. And let me even digress, kakra. And Nidi, on said the last time, my cast, let me even digress, but 1 minute and let me explain this. Nidi, you know, Julian Alvarez, you know, Spanish, no, Yanka J, no, H, into Julian Alvarez, because Argentina for Spanish language, into Argentina for players, Nina, no, the Spanish tone, none you use to Barcelona president, your friend is saying. Juan Laporta. Aden yen kan Juan Laporta. Spanish. Juan Laporta. Barcelona former left back. Jordi Alba. Aden yen kan Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Inti Spain for no JJ ni nyina H. Boy no be Manchester United ni Chelsea no. Juan Mata. Once na mo bought Juan Mata. That is the correct word. Aden na mo kan Juan Mata. Juan Mata. Inti Julian Alvarez di no. Spanish kasa into Johan Cruyff the entire kind of Johan Cruyff they say ne de no enye Spain kasa no fi Dutch krom go na buy. It's basically that is it. But again, my point is that boy was settled with Spain was very well because kasa not see. Into what is the problem? Me dear, I've always said boy no pebasa. Senkasika available table no CCC na the best place for him Barcelona name the second option in your back, Ken. No question me woman say. So Guirassy, the problem partner say. Africa no free so can be. Because Ken. Maybe you're free no Guinea. Come on. Come on at you. Oh, say I told you no. I told you opinion them and oboba santem. But why no Ken? And yes sir. Boy no was Stuttgart no. Goals are not so Guirassy Eshe was Stuttgart or say 28 Bundesliga goals. Safeno Hurricane overshadow no because yes he's Hurricane. Time no was Stuttgart no good. None really close. 17.5 million euros. Just 17.5 million euros. Pro. Saturn man you for peno. Man you for Infino. They opted for Ramos Højlund. And now they are home called Dortmund. 2 seasons in here, the guy is still playing well. On floppy you, last season was 21. Say, was 4 goals in 4 games. The only problem, Bakoso Swabia, it might affect him at the age because 29 away the next season, you may be home come with 30 years. But and you say Barcelona for air turn for the future. That is when you're almost star player. No more per short-term replacement. A player that can play a year or 2 for them. I think he's not a bad player at all. Well, anyway, let me move on. Ken, Real Madrid, center back in Comono. They said yeah, looks like everyone is aware. Say Rudiger the Ekeka kono ebia na wanto aso. Alaba ono so ebia na wanto aso. Na Real Madrid plans before Mbesake Carlo Ancelotti no. We are aware, say the plan was that Ombefa Alphonso Davies as the left back. Nan komama Lenny Yoro efilel aba that time no. Meboa na Trent Alexander-Arnold ono so ni din the table no so. Alphonso Davies decided so Oma and they were kofa Alvaro Carreras abehye ho. Lenny Yoro went to me antwen and omo ton na de Man U. And they Dinhausen is playing well. Name it is quite obvious to say since Omofa Jabi Alonso no signings are omoye no geared towards Jabi Alonso's style of play. Because any Jabi Alonso and a buyer in Camadrid and Kofa Dinhausen and ma in Camadrid and Kofa Alvaro Carreras Emma. Because Jabi Alonso in an interview say Onwa personally Escouté Alvaro Carreras san ko catch up in phone say this is the player I want. It is encourage Jabi Alonso. Inka these two players and we a chiro players no come ma. Not just say signings ni bi no. It is going to gear towards the style of play of Jabi Alonso. Inti o she Jabi Alonso bo no so a obo na Dinhausen no say moving forward. Ball no ombo ball ni bebre man because of passing ball ni very well. It looks like the left center half one obe ball for years if Jabi Alonso stays.
Okay.
Let's say the target the power for Real Madrid center back one and left center back name who will play as the right center half for obi on Dinhausen be gina ho. Meaning say now the reason is Ken only a center back that can defend centrally and can defend in spaces right because Trent on never bought Real Madrid right back in the future. On now one then attacking. So you need a right center back that can defend well. Trent move into space on never cover space one. William Saliba, Konate, these are all players that was similar profile. Right center half so no boboni ye pa. And see, I was not surprised when I heard Madrid are still pushing for William Saliba. Honestly, a big loss for Real Madrid. Because Madrid for now when you're ready to make Sika and this is why I don't get because Saliba no. If Madrid had wanted him pass, we're willing to pay money and come try some and I mono. You see, it looks like I pay cheap option.
Free.
And say cheap option.
Free. Madrid say free.
It's you use cheap option.
I'm not for business here.
And she says, you know. She say I'm not connecting a pressure na banoso. French guys and Real Madrid when they say they love Real Madrid they love. Okwa French guys in be now. Those guys one come Madrid that they easily settle. Now pressure na ebeba Konate no so say Real Madrid they lose to Saliba. I'm not gay the any doubt. It looks like Konate conversation ebe sorry pa knowing very well say nyame aduma edu January Madrid bet him na agreement e dey at all. So it is on Liverpool to at the moment quickly extend the boy's contract, give him what he wants or Madrid takes him.
Madrid ne Barcelona umbetima ho Madrid pani Atletico Madrid. And the reason why Ankofo ewo gidi wa Atletico Madrid mu say see petima recently ene Nancy obetimi abreaki sa Real Madrid ne Barcelona dominance of Spain na Atletico Madrid no. Aye the kind of players e kura Atletico Madrid. And the kind of coach Atletico Madrid ewo. Ente Ankofo be nya gidi say omuni team ombetima ha Real Madrid ne Barcelona. Ye sha La Liga na se no. Atletico Madrid ensha asiye. Oma bo 6 games ewo La Liga nim. Oma win 2. Oma draw 3 and oma lose baako. Enra and Atletico Madrid enyo omo second win ewo La Liga this season. Abro omo bo ofie against Vallecano. Though say enra omo nya omo 3 maximum points omo pe no. Bo bi ohwe Atletico Madrid ne Vallecano game ni bi ehun say. Enra Atletico Madrid fo ankasa ebreye. Vallecano form Atletico Madrid for Esofie. Most especially say after say Alvaro Garcia. Lead anasa Osego ama Vallecano ababe lead 2-1. Nani paduo na nim say after Alvaro Garcia go no. Atletico Madrid for ya ade mpokra na yese ombebo draw anaso mbelusu. Esumuni mu ye dende ma Atletico Madrid no. Atletico Madrid player a obeye savior. o save day no for Atletico Madrid na Julian Alvarez enura ni goals and etimi ma Atletico Madrid etimi nya omo second victory and 3 maximum points no ken Mashe Julian Alvarez was Spain England Mashe no was Spain last season and Masashe Julian Alvarez this season La Liga with Atletico Madrid. To be honest with you, Julian Alvarez are on near striker de Atletico Madrid no or the quality or potential say obetima baba be a top ball playing striker. Medicare church him say was strikers are who do bebre. Akrani a friend say Julian Alvarez no on only a type or your ball playing striker. Yakas will be a ball playing striker. A striker or combine traditional goal scorer and duties. And no say to me Bobo Nankasa beat to send me folder. Omni can say me a ball playing strikers. Typical example a Benzema. Sana Julian Alvarez no akwa. Onim go nishe and onim ball Nankasa bo. And it's our strikers no minim go she. Ominim ball ne bono. Ye from ball playing strikers. Julian Alvarez ni yes player ni. Okay. Machanwa Atletico Madrid team no dem no. On said Diego Simeone bo two top. Obo Julian Alvarez no about Griezmann. Now on Julian Alvarez pretty as a left-sided striker. Only two top no. Now Osia Kanya as a left-sided striker and as a number 9 no. How otimi move eco flanks in so. How otimi switch zones. How we making sure say or running very well opposition who ye. How are waiting improve the finishing. So who compare the finishing at the time I know what England. Anytime about Spain now, who said Julian Alvarez improve on the finishing inside the box and outside the box. And how would Timmy drop deep? As I be one midfielder as a left midfielder. And the corner of us as I carry ball no, a creative chances, a creative passes at the man teammates no. Can Julian Alvarez no? Maybe when they say over potential or quality meaning I say Obetima Baba a proper and a top ball playing striker. And right when the goals no say interested in our can. When the first goal now Julian Alvarez say no, inside the box. Ball never box in him no. Or you saw the weaker foot because Julian Alvarez is a right-footed player. Benra or you saw the left foot no, and they said the first goal. Share power, precision, anyhow was stretching the left foot no, and they share a goal no. Nature the third goal now, Emma Atletico Madrid, any other 3 maximum points. Share angle no J ball no, space no J ball no, how will control ball no, any distance no shooting ball no they say you know outside the box. And the king say me share ball now, crane ball now. To be honest. Say ya no bebo ne dia na o se otoaso say na o say improve dia ade ba ko a yire wo football mu say no ball playing strikers o minim goal ne she ana o mu say nim ball na nkasa bo no o mo ndo so bebri but with the kind of play na Julian Alvarez edema this time around no so otoaso say ya dia obey one of the best ball playing strikers last season o say 29 goals edema Atletico Madrid ya she new season ase wa she 4 goals die hia ne say obeto aso na we improve na wa ma numbers no eni say ekoye just one season say wo pese obeye top player eye de obeye ato aso bebre ane be kadu atum say wo ye top player no adu sam pempen so no me na wo ka say ne first coach Hugo Rafael e de atudwa say ekosoro ba forma akranye friend say Julian Alvarez ne bebo Barcelona why a story say Hansi Flick eso so pe Guirassy. Then one reporter so a top striker obetimi a market Barcelona no obidi abem no obiti say Haaland and the assistance now Barcelona for say after Lewandowski the obaba be replacement for Lewandowski no yes say coach ni Guirassy because of the style of play no obema that boss presence the physicality no obetimi battle using the upper body strength with other defenders box ni and yes Hansi Flick Guirassy Sasuna Julian Alvarez no de komuni omo ya around Barcelona penifo no ne say akrani ye top midfielder ne style of play ni be City Barcelona ana papa e fense one Laporta so per striker o de ne be se Barcelona setup ma o market na obetime police Canada bro obeti say Haaland enti say we Barcelona fan na wutim na otwemi a 3 strikers we sa kwanya wo ho say sign baako Haaland Guirassy ana Julian Alvarez hwan ana wo be sign no but to be honest with you king Julian Alvarez no onimbo na nkasabo a proper ball playing striker ene La Liga Barcelona ball omu seas game La Liga nim playing against Real Oviedo away ken Say obia 5 hours say fa analyze game we are. Oba analyze ya Guirassy asemi nyina oba be say Barcelona na huge favorites playing against Real Oviedo. Say Barcelona na Real Oviedo si akan a. Minim analysis minim de obeka dia to ni petrim abeka say o convince obi ohwe football say Real Oviedo e better and omo ye favorite ahead of Barcelona. No. Obi o follow football. Obi o ti football asese say beka cho say Barcelona e kobo Real Oviedo a anka wo kata weni a e wo say Barcelona say 3 or say 4 or say 5 because Real Oviedo bo oboko na ankasa no omo ba La Liga nim no omo ma te so mesi akan no omo nkyere bibia say omo posi threat sa wo kofa team bi te say Real Betis eba sa wo kofa team bi e te say Sociedad am ne sa clubs a unim say omo koshia top side a omo betima posi threat na eno de o analyze game na obeye extremely careful but if it say ye season na se no Real Oviedo bo boko ne hyeda nye ade huhu bi say o koshia Barcelona o ye Barcelona ni a obeka se o ye mbehyeso because so check Real Oviedo first 5 games in La Liga we win just 1 and we lose 4 watch just a goal and we concede 8 enti eyebo boko a ontimi nhye goals matches ne so a o say lose and okwa face Barcelona me no nyina nim say from last season ABC this season the best attacking team was Spain Barcelona. Say yen create yen she goals ne de obie no obetimi ne Barcelona e wo La Liga ni. In prempren pokra Real Madrid lead La Liga table no. Barcelona na the best attacking side. Enti Ken obe analyze ya straight away obeka se Barcelona for no and a huge favorite e was our game. By Ken at the crunchy was Barcelona pay attention to details e wo game we mu ne say. Barca pese o defend the league no. O pese o je La Liga ni this season. And ye say La Liga na se no. Barcelona main competitor Real Madrid. The first 6 games of Real Madrid 4 actually 6 ni na. And it is they say Real Madrid 4 cruisy. Real Madrid 4 perform very well. And it is how Barcelona now person who defend the league, you know. Now starting this season now, every single game be important for Barcelona. Most especially say Real Madrid 4 take lead no. And the everyone say Real Oviedo any side opposite threat edema Barcelona no. And what say Barcelona take a game with serious. Say Barcelona is here kind. Now omo level of intensity, energy, how omo ebe serious on the field. Say omo ball at the same rate. Now Ferran Torres perform at the same rate at the highest level. Pedri perform at the highest level. Dani Olmo perform at the highest level. Frankie de Jong perform at the highest level. Me sure say Real Oviedo na ebe stop Barcelona. E game ba kwa meko win e di ama Barcelona. Last season na Barcelona e league no. Uni di ama mo league. Na e Barcelona away performance. Last season the best away team La Liga na Barcelona. Barcelona no G League no ni home points in Pokra no onya more away points than home points. And it's Barcelona so person defend the league no oji free Real Madrid for some mo so mo lead the park in dia. Then was Barcelona kwa we ko win. May expect 3 or more goals from Barcelona playing against Real Oviedo. May underrated Real Oviedo bobuko by Ken. Real Oviedo Barcelona member ye hypocrites. Barcelona na ye favorite so be win this game we. Good news for Arsenal. I say our top defender William Saliba adia to say obe renew the contract with Arsenal. I hear very good news for Arsenal because now Arsenal supporters ni bi I will miss feeling kakra say Real Madrid etata will player na ehu enti na Arsenal fans ne dodo na mpa ebo mo boni ye say akra ne friend say William Saliba ne betima adia to na wetimi extend the contract adia ma Arsenal bobuko enti last month ana Arsenal paying for any new offer ekoma William Saliba ni agent say omu steady no omu steady ye na no ana afedi o magia tum so be renew obe sign to 2030 that's 5-year deal. William Saliba currently oje 190,000 pounds a week for Arsenal extending no or beje more than 200,000 pounds to 250,000 pounds sa range no ana obeje e wo Arsenal bobuku ni ke menye Arsenal ni by renewal now William Saliba eba be renew no enye just a contract renewal TNA Saliba ajatum so be renew by enye just a contract renewal a foundation for Arsenal future sa Saliba na wo renew no mimi hu ni say a foundation for Arsenal future ade ba ko a den wo football mu pa only club administrators deal on make sure say we keep key player say o pese o compete at the highest level o pesa won top giants ne compete here and what say we key players no to be making sure say we keep majority of them and many o ka say we call Arsenal one of the most important and influential players our Arsenal setup ni no e ya branch friend say William Saliba enkofo refi say Saliba just 24 years old. So what is Saliba din na ohwebo no obo na asa you obi over 27 28 by Saliba was 24. The last time na me read a story about Franco Baresi. Yeka football ni yeka defending ni yeka center back one of the best Guirassy Franco Baresi. Na ken me read sad about Franco Baresi no asema me say ye wum ni say or say wunya a center back not physically or you strong mentally or you tough not tactically or you discipline now again some level of experience side defender men fancy form and no be na say Saliba or physically or you strong mentally or you tough tactically or you discipline and now gain some level of experience. And to say was side defender we at the age of 24 years. Now to me kipuna mimi who say a foundation for Arsenal a future. Typical example, my minu su Arsenal nankasa as a case study. The last time I Arsenal Ed League, na a 2003-2004. Ashley Cole, obo Arsenal from 1999 kosi 2006. Robert Pires 2000 kosi 2006. Henry 1999 kosi 2007. And the majority of Arsenal key players no mukipu yeno and the more G League. And to say Arsenal betima compete at the highest level. And how we make kipu key players. But problem here say, ukipu omuna trophies name ba omabembu. And to be kipu Saliba, ube kipu Bukayo Sakamo, and a bereche ezemo, ukipu omana trophies name ba omabembu. By the most important thing Arsenal you know, say ombe to make kipu a key player like Saliba.
Well, coach I friend say Ruben Amorim. Has the opportunity of stopping an unwanted record. Na Obekame nerves. Etimi aye Juma or Manchester United. Ruben Amorim played against Chelsea. That was the last game. It was Premier League. Manchester United winning 2-1 against Chelsea. A game and ni padodo na any confidence. Ni padodo na any GDA. So coach friend say Ruben Amorim ebetimi akwa win this game no. I am one person. Na me ni sa GDA no. So obetimi akwa Chelsea because the performance of Manchester United. Baller or ball. How inconsistent he has been as a coach. Our Manchester United bobo ko nimu no. Na emma mi GDA so obetimi afasa 3 points and also be pick a win no. Me I still feel say wanya adwuma bi ebu adwene ntiase so was our game nimu. Red card na ba Chelsea afa no. Eno ne ka won ebu ama Manchester United dey win game because omo take 2-goal lead in the wie no. Time Manchester United so called down by a man. I baba ye pe no. Sometimes now you dear my Chelsea so betimi aba back. But the kind of football Chelsea played, time I baba ye pe 10-10 no. The kind of dominance at Chelsea now will game anymore. How mu dictate the pace of the game. No mu control the game no. E won fin at the ball near attack Manchester United no. Was a clear indication said the early red card e was Chelsea afem no. And the boy Manchester United. But that notwithstanding, Ebiano sa otare ho boko na osi form a wasi. E why won so now if you throw back from now see wasi. The most important thing they say Manchester United had the 3 points. But moving on from there, United kwakwa boy against Brentford. A side that recently I had Daviama Manchester United bobo kono. But the being here say Ruben Amorim ebe put in all the Arsenals. No benya win e was our game anymore. Now settle nerves e Manchester United any. Ken Unim said the last time Manchester United and winning back-to-back games English Premier League was in May 2024. The whole of last season, Manchester United and Team winning consecutive Premier League games. If it's at a hard chance here. Boba bedu baby. Okoye, Emma Amorim Baba Twaso. These two managers handle Manchester United last season. Say about Premier League. Wash a week way. Now the following week was signed washing in the Premier League. And see throughout the season for Manchester United. Last time now United here, you know. It was in the 2023-2024 season. It was May, yeah, baby, season. I mean, I started new one last season. No, the last 2 matches in the Premier League are United boy and Omunya 2 consecutive wins. Since then, throughout the whole of last season, Manchester United and Team have consecutive wins. And this is why you're fortunate. Now I'm against a club to say Chelsea. And the performance, I was showing the Manchester United there. On team system any shape after Manchester United there. But you've been able to beat Chelsea. I was all build the confidence from there. Now they gather momentum about the other games at so because Osha
players ni benya calmness asset well no more games na aka na dey abo Manchester United and for the first time coach ni make sure say at least o dey won timi nya hwe mfa Manchester United mpo 2 consecutive wins e Premier League mu there looking at the kind of quality of Manchester United kita spending sa Manchester United aye no ken when you had the say a problem edema aye coach friend say Ruben Amorim eti the ball lies in his court so best stop this unwanted record and also be man atoaso e wo no ane ho ken Diego Simeone after the game yesterday eka asembi na asem no kan ye no na madwene akoso kaka Diego Simeone say Julian Alvarez is your best player e wa Atletico Madrid na e was so much player ni so yie no mo make sure so better na Atletico Madrid bobo ko ni mo ache die ntia in football team bia oso anase ni mo odu na nsem obi kaka no e person top quality players e ba be she ni team ni when say there are times our systems ni be fail there are times our formation enka but as any man you know where you dey win wo park so no anye yi a wo be hia player or dey na dwen any ni individual brilliance e be per results e dey ama obo ko no etiemu ya den a wo say player bi wo no man why the difference maker no akeka no ho sa da no no agye win no e dey ama obo ko no enu nti na obi anya sika na oye team obe person obe top players omo ni mbo ne bo omo extraordinary talent and as a quality no do omo baba bi shem and Atletico Madrid as a club is no exception eh no correct me gitum sa but we just some players ne ba team mu wi aken dia be boa ma watimi keep sa players no eh laurels any team the performance o build the project ne be attractive because o compete a wo jeje niam bi I expect say obeje first ye Spanish La Liga asia team a ye boli di so obeje La Liga ye Barca and as Real Madrid omumienu o per third for Spanish La Liga ni mo a the nipa be boni di na ye Valencia enti Barca na as Madrid ebetimi a G League na Valencia for akwa ye trophy e di aba say omo no Spain onom de omo nim say per the quality they have and spending so mo ye no omo ntimi nje La Liga ni before now enti omo di third kwampa omo ntutu ade omo Spanish La Liga enough e di ma omo but they burst into the scene a club like Atletico Madrid any coach Diego Simeone and obe break his duopoly no between Barcelona and Real Madrid Europa Cup no nemu no PM finals Champions League na obo finals and nipa baba benya gidie wo project ni mu and the project na baba be yakono e be attract other players and so aba he has fortunate say when yam penifo so mo believe in the project or ya ni adwuma wa ye so far nti eba se yenyi sika na yam fan konkofa players mbra omo be yama no Julian Alvarez ayedi ne ho nkomo was bought around 95 million euros a team like Atletico Madrid etimi yi se sika na de mawo sika omo de kokofa players any ba team limu Joao Felix was around 120 enye sika ketwa etu omo ye do mbe bia so me be support project na niam akon kan dia ma no but that project na omo build no for some time now Atletico Madrid na ye hu ya sorry brebi no break it your poli no entisa especially this season the kind of performance omo dynamic enye consistent and the key players now o bomb pa say obetimi keep your no ken performance na Atletico Madrid dynamic dey fan keep your mo Julian Alvarez is a young player but almost at the be of football mu trophy be ma player ya big bia no akwada na gibi waje Champions League waje World Cup almost every trophy be ma player mu ye du bia waje Copa America waje Finalissima enti trophy say was a player je na ni mu ye du no ya kese no waje but me no me no be dia dance say ye mo akwada ni din e say the ebo players be din no with no disrespect to the player it is just because of the club o si akan dia mo mu say and the club name more demo and nunti na ma akwada ni nya the needed recognition okay and for a player like him obe person obe moving into a club omo be consistent at the top level e so chen Atletico Madrid na de bia trophies akese no oje na say oben ho na ni din e wo mframanim people talk about him because of the quality he possesses but he both players be dia yam fanen to because of the club he's playing for it is Diego Simeone I not getting so be so keep akwada for longer go back to those days any performances are not the man was Spanish La Liga nim any Champions League nim with that kind of consistency and in a bit in Yabua no keep players like Julian Alvarez and yes sir Madrid nom and Barcelona nom omo gina so no omo story wo sika no e be ba be fa kwada na ko because the player knows say at the age of 25 onya sa clubs na and no be man that projection ama wiase adwene aba no so ebi abo no oboma Atletico Madrid no so oboma Barcelona oboma Madrid probably people will be talking about him as the best striker in the world but then Ntisa just because of the club he finds himself in